Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm a doctoral occupational therapy student at Boston University. As part of my doctoral capstone project, I have decided to make a series of videos aimed to help parents of children who could benefit from occupational therapy services. These videos are meant to help parents learn about occupational therapy for their child and help them navigate the process of occupational therapy after their child begins to receive services. I hope you find these videos helpful. In this video, I am going to go over how to organize your child's medical documents. As the parent of a child with a disability, you might find yourself overwhelmed with hundreds of papers and documents in relation to your child. There are medical records, doctor's appointments, medications, examinations, evaluations, assessment reports, prescriptions, referrals, resources, and the list goes on and on. It can be very challenging to keep track of all of these papers, especially when the pile just keeps growing and growing. So, in this video, I'm going to go over some tips to help you organize all of your child's medical documents. Hopefully, you find these tips useful. Please note that there are many different ways to stay organized, and the tips I provide in this video are only a suggestion or starting point. You might find that there are other ways to stay organized that work better for you, and if so, please use those tips or incorporate them with the ones you find helpful in this video. Now, let's get started. First, let's gather the materials. You will need a large binder, page dividers, sheet protectors, a pencil pouch, a 3-ring hole puncher, and of course, all of your child's medical documents and records. I am now going to describe the materials in more detail. The binder. Here I am using a 1.5-inch binder with a hard cover. I recommend getting a big binder to make sure that you have enough space to hold all of your child's documents. I also suggest using a hardcover binder to make sure it is sturdy enough to hold all of your child's documents and can handle some rough and tumble as you might take it from one medical appointment to the next. I also suggest that the binder has pockets, just to ensure that you can put any loose paper inside. Page dividers. I recommend getting a packet of page dividers with at least 8 different divisions. This ensures that you will have enough sections for all of your child's documents. Here, I'm using page dividers that have pockets. This might be helpful in case you have any loose pieces of paper or receive more papers at an appointment that you are not able to punch holes into right away. The pockets will allow you to put the paper here. However, it is not necessary for your dividers to have pockets. Simple page dividers will work too. Sheet protectors. Here, I just have 1 pack of sheet protectors. Any kind of sheet protectors will work. Pencil pouch. I suggest getting a pencil pouch with 3 ring holes so that you can put it inside the binder. This will provide a place to put pens, pencils, highlighters, and sticky notes so that you are always ready to take notes if you need to when you are at one of your child's medical appointments or are simply reviewing some of their documents. Hole puncher. It is important to make sure that it is a 3-ring hole puncher. Child's medical documents and records. Make sure that all of your child's documents and records are hole punched. Now, let's get organizing. I recommend organizing the binder into 6 different sections: assessments and evaluations, medical appointments, therapy appointments, medical records, individualized family service plans, or IFSPs for short, and individualized education programs, or IEPs for short, and lastly, resources. I also suggest putting the pencil pouch at the very beginning of the binder. I will now explain what documents and paperwork should go inside each section with more detail. Evaluations and assessments. This section is for all of your child's evaluations and assessments. For example, if your child has a psychological evaluation for for autism or ADHD, I would put those reports here. If your child has multiple evaluation reports, I suggest putting the oldest evaluations in the back and the most recent evaluations in the front. For example, this evaluation was done in 2022 and this one was done in 2023. So, I'm going to put the older one in the back and the most recent one, the one done in 2023, on top in the front. Medical appointments. This section is for any paperwork you receive after a doctor's appointment for your child. For example, if you are given a summary of a doctor's visit, I will put it in this section. Again, I recommend putting the older appointments in the back and the most recent appointments in the front, so that the most current information is the first thing you see when you turn to this section. Therapy appointments. This section is for any paperwork you receive from any of your child's therapy appointments. For example, if your child has occupational therapy, physical therapy, or speech-language therapy, and you receive paperwork from any of these therapists, I would put that paperwork here. If your child has multiple different therapists, then you can create sections for each of those therapies if that would help keep things more organized. For example, you could create a section for occupational therapy, a section for physical therapy, and a section for speech therapy. Medical records. This section is for any paperwork about your child's medical history. For example, your child's vaccination history, any medications they are taking or previously took, X-rays your child has received, or surgeries. IFSPs and IEPs. This section is for your child's Individualized Family Service Plan, or IFSP for short, or their Individualized Education Program, or IEP for short, if your child has one. You can also put any other school-related paperwork in this section. For example, you can put your child's report card or examples of their schoolwork. These are documents you might need for your child's IFSP or IEP meetings. Resources. This section is for any helpful resources you receive from various places, such as doctor's appointments, your child's therapist, your child's school, or community centers. I recommend putting the resources into sheet protectors so that they are easily distinguishable from each other. The sheet protectors are also helpful for putting pamphlets and brochures into. If you have business cards you would like to put into the binder, you can tape them to a blank piece of paper and also put them inside a sheet protector. And just like that, your child's medical documents are now organized. As a reminder, once you finish setting up your binder, don't forget to continue adding any additional paperwork you receive for your child to the binder. It might be helpful to set up a routine of anytime you get more paperwork, immediately take it to the binder and put it in the correct section. This will help make sure that another growing pile of paper doesn't form. Once again, having a child with a disability can be very stressful. Trying to keep track of all of their medical documents and records and staying organized can add to this stress. This video is here to help alleviate some of this stress and help you begin to organize all of your child's paperwork. I hope you found the tips beneficial and are now able to move forward feeling organized and fully equipped to continue providing the best care to your child. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos to learn more about what occupational therapy is and how it can help your child, how to understand your child's evaluation and assessment reports, how to understand IFSPs and IEPs, and other helpful resources as you navigate occupational therapy services for your child. Thank you for watching!